नमस्ते गुरु जी। जय गुरु जी। जय गुरु जी महाराज। जय गुरु जी संगत जी। आई हुई सभी संगत का शुक्राना गुरु जी महाराज द मल्टीलिंगुअल ग्रुप पेज पर स्वागत है। सभी को बहुत 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 सारे प्यार के साथ जय गुरु जी। गुरु जी शुक्राना, बहुत बहुत शुक्राना आज फिर से हम सबको एक बारी फिर अपनी छत्रछाया में बिठाने का और इस ब्लेस्ड संडे को और भी ब्लेस्ड बनाने का बहुत बहुत शुक्राना गुरु जी। संगत जी आज हम सब एक बारी फिर संडे को बेस्ट संडे को एक साथ बैठे हैं। गुरु जी की प्यारी सी बुक डिवाइन बुक द फ्लावर्स ऑफ ग्रैटिट्यूड रिटन बाय ब्लेस्ड संगत आंटी, हमारी सबकी प्यारी कमलेश मेहता आंटी जी। आज हम सब अप्रैल से मार्च से जब से हमारा बुक का स्टार्ट हुआ है रीडिंग सेशंस गुरु जी की कृपा से हम सब एक साथ रहे हैं संडे को एक परिवार की तरह, और ये जर्नी कब आज कंक्लूडिंग सेशन पर आ गई है गुरु जी की कृपा से कुछ पता ही नहीं चल रहा है। आई एम श्योर हम सब संगत जो रीडर्स जिनको गुरु जी ने बहुत ही प्यारी इस ब्लेस्ड सेवा दी थी रीडिंग की, हम सबके लिए ये बहुत ही एकदम जल्दी है कि बहुत जल्दी हम इस पड़ाव पर आ गए कि हम इस रीडिंग सेशंस का आज कंक्लूडिंग सेशन कर रहे हैं। और इस सब में कमलेश मेहता आंटी जी भी हमारे साथ हैं। कमलेश मेहता आंटी जी आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। शुक्राना गुरुजी महाराज का मल्टीलिंगुअल ग्रुप पेज पर। मेनी मेनी थैंक्स टू यू कमलेश आंटी कि आपने ये इतनी प्यारी बुक गुरुजी की गाइडेंस में लिखी। इतना प्यारा इसमें भाव, हर वो भाव हम सबको गुरुजी के पास और नजदीक लेता चला गया और एक अलग सी ही अनुभूति हम सबको दे गया। हर बारी वो चैप्टर एक सिर्फ चैप्टर रीडिंग की तरफ नहीं था, वो एक नया एक्सपीरियंस था जो हम सब आपके थ्रू उस टाइम पर चले जाते थे और उस टाइम को महसूस करते थे और गुरुजी का आभास अपने आसपास और ज्यादा महसूस करते थे। चाहे वो बस की टूटी हुई खिड़की हो या अंधेरे में आपका रिक्शा पर जाना हो, शब्द सुनना हो, या लाइट से, उस टॉर्च की लाइट से हमारे को वो रास्ता दिखाना गुरुजी का हो, या गुरुजी का लस्सी प्रसाद वाला सत्संग हो, या गुरुजी ने जो हमें न्यू लाइफ दी हम सबको अपनी कृपा दे करके, वो पूरा का पूरा पड़ाव, वो पूरी की पूरी आपकी ये जर्नी जो इस बुक में डिवाइन बुक में लिखी हुई है, उसके अंदर जो मोती पिरोए हुए हैं, जो इतना सुंदर उस सब में भाव है, उस भाव ने हम सबको एक नई दिशा दी है आंटी। इसके लिए आपका हम सब की तरफ से बहुत बहुत थैंक यू है। और गुरुजी महाराज का सबसे पहले बहुत बहुत शुक्राना है कि उन्होंने आपको ये प्रेरणा दी कि आप ये बुक लिख सके। विद इन हिज गाइडेंस एंड हिज ब्लेसिंग्स ओनली इट हैज बीन पॉसिबल दैट यू हैव बीन guided through to make all these beautiful blessings described into the beautiful words which are so divine for all of us. Many thank you, many thank you to you auntie ji. So today Sangat ji, as this session was started by Neelam Kharbanda auntie ji's reading only, today again the concluding session will be concluded by Neelam Kharbanda auntie ji's reading only, and the satsang which we are reading today is Guruji gave me a new life. And I know we all are blessed with the new life of Guruji's vision, of Guruji's grace, of Guruji's divine love, which has made all of us blossom like a beautiful flower in his garden. Although there are many thorns in that, we do, the bhul chuk, we do lot of karmas like that which are not good for us, but yes, अनजाने में या जाने में जैसे भी हुए गुरुजी, वो जो थॉर्न्स हैं, उन थॉर्न्स को ना देखते हुए भी आपने इन सब फूलों को अपने पास संभाल के रखा है गुरुजी, और अपनी इस बगिया में हम सबकी देखभाल कर रहे हो गुरुजी। इसके लिए आपका बहुत 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 शुक्राना है गुरुजी महाराज। सो not taking further time, I invite Neelam Kharbanda auntie ji to please take over the session further. Jai Guruji. Auntie ji, you can unmute yourself.
Jai Guruji.
Jai
Neelam,
Guruji Aunty. Jai Guruji Aunty.
can you hear me?
Akash, yes, we can hear you loud and clear. You're invited on the Shukrana multilingual page once again for the beautiful divine reading. I'm
Thank
sure many butterflies would have been there around you in your, in and around you for this concluding session. That yes, it was the first basic foundation day was there by you only, and the concluding session is also blessed to you only, Neelamanti. Over to you, Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji. Jai Guruji. All his will, all his grace, and very grateful for this humbling experience of getting the opportunity to read. I will say that the first time I was nervous. Today, I just know that he is in charge and he is in control. So it's whatever needs to happen will happen by his will. So I just pray for his guidance here. Thank you so much, Neelama Auntie, for starting us off with the journey that this has been. And I echo the same sentiments here. And I start by saying Jai Guruji to all of you, and Jai Guruji to Kamlesh Auntie for being here with us. And thank you, Guruji, for showering your blessings through this book, Gratitude of Flowers, penned with so much love, so much devotion by Kamlesh Auntie. Kamlesh Auntie ji, thank you so much for sharing with us all the love that Guruji bestowed on you and the love that you feel in your heart for Guruji. It feels like a true embodiment of Guruji, whose every glance, word, and act is out of love and love alone. Kamlesh Auntie ji, I clearly remember what you said in the first session, and it has stayed with me. Loving Guruji is loving his Sangat, and loving Sangat is loving Guruji. May we all imbibe that thought in our mind and hearts. Through your satsangs, like all the satsangs as ordained by Guruji, we feel his presence and his love too. The moment when our sense of being is graced by Guruji's satsangs are most precious. We're very fortunate to have this benediction, more so these days when all we get to hear these satsangs wherever we are, and have the opportunity to listen to those chosen by Guruji through various Zoom platforms. Shukrana Guruji Maharaj Multilingual has been the forum for us for the reading of the book Flowers of Gratitude. Not just reading, we've been blessed to hear additional insights from Kamlesh Auntie. We also got to hear how Sangat, old and new, got touched by the grace through the reading and sharing of the satsangs in this book. All that feels like an effortless festival of love and sharing under the umbrella of our supremely divine Guruji. Started in March, today we begin with what Neelama Auntie called the concluding session, but I'm sure that Kamlesh Auntie would agree that as long as there is life, as long as there is swas, there is satsang. So I would say that we shall be reading the last chapter in part 1 of Kamlesh Auntie's satsangs, with more to come and more to come. So with gratitude to Guruji, Kamlesh Auntie, Suresh Uncle, Neelima Auntie, all the readers and moderators till date, let's begin. I'm switching here. So the chapter, How Guruji Gave Me a New Life. One who is guarded by or protected by God cannot be killed by anyone. A small gratitude to my Satguru's lotus feet. Gratitude. What is gratitude? Gratitude is thanks. Gratitude is dhanyavad. Gratitude is the echo of universe. Gratitude is the purest form of self. Gratitude is the original voice of God. Gratitude when we say thanks to anybody. Gratitude when we feel very much in debt to him. Gratitude when we feel delightful with him. Gratitude when he has done good for us. Gratitude when he has fulfilled every desire. Gratitude, we say thanks when our any desire gets gratification. Gratitude when we get help from anybody. Gratitude, the truth of nature when no man can give dhanyavad to other. It's our Guru himself who is thanking. And this is so beautiful. I'll continue. Gratitude when all our chakras get aligned and the energy flows with the feeling of thanks. Gratitude when the flow of gratitude opens, one need not to say it. Gratitude, gratitude thanks comes from inside. Gratitude, so thanks, dhanyavad is checking, kripa. Gratitude, we internally feel that for little things. Gratitude is coming from inside. That means Guruji is thanking us. He is happy with our progress. Gratitude, we are tuned to his blessings. Gratitude, his blessings will automatically travel towards us. I celebrated my birthday with Guruji, and on the same day, all of a sudden, I had developed a chest pain. I thought it was gas, but that persisted the whole day. Next day, it became unbearable, so I landed up in the hospital. Guruji Sangat is not less than a family, and I was blessed to be a part of it. Before I reached the hospital, there they were. Doctor reported that coronary artery was blocked. A cardiac stunt was used to treat my blocked coronary arteries. I came back home on 4th day of the hospitalization. In between, my BP shot up and I had fallen in washroom twice. With that fall, the stunt had come off and internal bleeding had started. There was no reason for this. My blood report was not in my favor, and again, I had to fight with the pain. My vision had left my side and I wasn't able to see anything. Then again, Guruji Sangat came to my rescue. I was taken to the hospital at 11:30 p.m. Guruji Sangat is the most blessed Sangat one could ever find. I thank Aman Uncle for always being a messenger of Guruji. He was there, holding the stretcher at the emergency gate. I was admitted and moved to operation theater with Guruji's grace. The stunt had to replace with ballooning process as my many arteries were blocked. I was shifted to ICU at 3 a.m. Mentally and physically tired, I could only do Simran, Guruji, Guruji, and nothing else. Jai Guruji, with a beautiful Swarup of Guruji here. When I gained my consciousness, I started talking to Guruji. Guruji, I am in the same hospital, Artemis Hospital, where Ravneek Singh, the owner of this hospital, who was on the wheelchair for several years, was treated. You held his hand and made him stand up on his own. With your blessing, he was able to eat the whole burger, which wasn't possible earlier. Here, I request you, Guruji, to please hold my hand as well and take me out of this agony and self-pity situation. While I was talking to him, and somewhere I felt that Guruji fed me some kind of Chinese burger. I was eating what he was feeding to me. Thanks for those blessings, Guruji. I am given a new life by Guruji. Next day morning, I noticed all sorts of tubes around my legs. The staff was trying hard to find my veins. And tracheostomy was performed to save my life. I had to lie down in the straight position only. I wasn't able to turn around for days, but I was hopeful. Guruji Hena. I only recited Guruji, Guruji, and only Guruji. My belief in Guruji didn't let me down, and I survived the situation gracefully. Guruji came in my dream in the ICU. He showered his blessing on all the patients in the ward, including the ward boy, nurses, and other staff who were looking after me. He blessed me too. Sangatji, the faith in your Guru helps you to conquer the world. I had heard Baha Faradena. He holds your hand to take you out of the difficult situations. Yes, he can turn the impossible things into possible. Now, I ask the divine, the lotus feet, always stand by you in any situation. Just call him and you will feel a tap on your shoulder. Just rekindle your love, faith, and Simran towards Guruji. All your prayers are answered. Adore the Almighty and he will adore you. It is recordal. What goes around comes around. Do good and good will follow you. And that's the chapter, How Guruji Gave Me a New Life. The very first line in this chapter reminded me of the line in Sri Guru Granth Sahib, the Bani of Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Mare rakhe eko aap, manas ke kuch nahi hath. Those a couple of words that I was missing, and thank you, Nilama Aunty, for helping me get those just right. So, mare rakhe eko aap, manas ke kuch nahi hath, which means that the Lord himself bestows and preserves. Nothing is in the hands of the mortal beings. Being granted a life, a new life, is the biggest blessing. I was at a funeral about 2 years ago. And as they say, funerals are not for the dead, but for the living to reflect about life. In there was a prayer that the departed soul be blessed with the union with the divine light forever. Further, the prayer stated that if the karma of the departed soul is not enough to get that blessing, to let that soul be blessed to be born as a human with a further prayer and a specification that the soul could remember God with every breath so that there may be another chance of getting the ultimate blessing. Now, this was a big revelation to me. To all of us that are alive and kicking, just imagine that we all have that opportunity here and now. And for those who got the new leash in this life, all of the part in between, the death, the pain of leaving the body, the time in between, the pain of birth, the chance that one may get lost again in the attachments and the comfort which the new life might bring, etc., etc. They all got past in no time. And one is alive with Guruji's grace, with the presence of Guruji in this life, and the understanding blessed by him, which might otherwise have taken a long while to get to. Just reflect on all our journeys. It took us a while to have the realization of the presence of Guruji in our life and what that means. So this life is a blessing. Every breath is a blessing. And Kamlesh Aunty, in this life, being born in the era when Guruji adorned his physical form is a blessing. Having met him, spent time with him, and felt his love is a blessing. And of course, leading a life to share his love with his Sangat that you do so beautifully is a blessing. And having a new leash at this life within the same form with all that one more time is indeed a blessing. So I can see how the book Gratitude of Flowers has how Guruji gave me a new life as the last chapter on this high note. Life is a blessing. and living in gratitude is a bigger blessing. So if I may add for the gratitude, gratitude as when we have this life and it has been touched by the grace of our beloved Guruji. Gratitude is when Guruji aligns our thoughts with his will and induces acceptance of what is so gracefully within us. Gratitude is when the mind is free of worry or desire and the heart is filled with joy, with no explicit worldly reason of relief from a problem or fulfillment of any desire. Gratitude when the heart is content and is filled with love and only love for one and all. And in that state, whatever happens, happens. All is good and only good. I feel that gratitude and love drive the goodwill. And that's the essence. Like Guruji said, Man changa ta nalke da pani vi ganga. Action is just a consequence. I pray that Guruji continue to cultivate this kind of love in all of us. Actions that follow are his too. So all is and will be good. Thank you so much, Kamlesh Aunty, for this book and this chapter specifically, for bringing forth these thoughts and realizations by the grace of Guruji. And I seek Guruji's, your and Sangatji's forgiveness for any misgivings and thoughts and words here. And with that, I humbly invite you to share your thoughts with us, Kamlesh Aunty. Jai Guruji, Kamlesh Aunty.
Jai Guruji.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Your presence means a lot to us. I see your name, I say your name, and I just feel love. I feel Guruji's love. And I don't know why that happens, but it happens every time. And I start to fumble, but what I feel within my heart is really hard to express. Thank you so much for radiating so much love, so much love. Thank you.
Jai Guruji. Guruji ko koti koti pranam. And the Sangat who was there with me for all these months. How time passes, no, we don't know. And the saying is correct. Time and tide wait for no man. And this is how the time flew. And the book has come to an end after so many months. Thanks, Guruji, for motivating me to write this book. When I was in the hospital, when I came back from the hospital and I was in the quarantine time, it was then somebody rang me up and he said, Auntie, you're in quarantine and you have got corona. Why don't you write your experiences, your time spent with Guruji? And that was how I was motivated. And every day I used to write a satsang, one satsang, two satsangs. And that was how my Corona period passed. How and when, that Guruji knows. It was Guruji who gave me motivation and a thought through that uncle that I should pen down my experiences and share it with everyone for the time to come. When the old Sangat has, now the old Sangat is really diminishing. General Kapoor and so many people have gone. Everybody has time. We are all ripe fruits on the tree. Kab jhoka aaye, that Guruji knows, or hum niche get. But wanted to leave some experiences which I didn't wanted to take all my experiences with me, all my thoughts with me. I wanted to share it with the new Sangat, that when we are gone, they should know how was the Guruji only read in the books. Now we have not seen time of Krishna and Rama, but we read it in the epics. So what the old Sangat has written, their experiences, their journey with the divine, their journey with the Guruji Maharaj will one day become an epic also. Because the young generation, we people never thought कि Guruji Maharaj was a Shiv avatar himself. So many times he told us, made us feel, but we didn't have the gratitude that we are with the Shiv himself. पर्दा डाला हुआ था हम लोगों पे, दिमाग पे, कि हम भगवान के साथ रह रहे. But the new Sangat has always confessed and माना कि जो शिव Guruji hai, he is God himself. So that's why this hairline, that's only the hairline difference between the old and the new Sangat. I know nothing else. I wish and bless and tell Guruji to bless all the Sangats and the aunties who have read the chapters and made the book so glamorous with their thoughts. The covering of the aunties on my chapter which was written, the coverings which they gave me, gave the Sangat their thoughts was very, very heart-touching. That one auntie said कि जो साइकिल पे चल रहे और वो लैंप में से लाइट निकल रही थी, that was the divine light which Guruji was showing us the way. My God, it never struck me. I thank Auntie for giving such a beautiful thought and the essence to that chapter of journey, to that chapter. I cannot forget. It will be always a very good and cherishable memories on which I'll be always preserving them deep into my thoughts. And whenever I'm alone, I'll be always remembering how each and every auntie put their heart and soul to the book in reading it. The book was there, the writing was there, but the narrating was a life to it, which really, it was more attractive, more knowledgeable, more enthusiastic, more soul energizing than what it was written. I still thank everybody on this platform and Suresh Uncle that Guruji gave him the thought of having a multilingual Zoom, and I was blessed, and the book was blessed to be read on this. Otherwise, it was just from one hand to the other hand. But on this platform, it has reached to many, 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 many people. And I'm so joyous and grateful that Guruji has blessed me with all these things in my life. I will cherish these memories as long as I'm alive. And I once again thank all the Sangat, all the readers who have given their precious, graceful, beautiful time to read the book. I would still love all those aunties who have read the book and who is online with the Zoom to give a few lines or synopsis on what they feel like. It will be a cherishable moment for me, because a writer or an author just writes. He doesn't know what he's writing. But when it is appreciated and then it is enhanced, the joy is enhanced, the beauty of the book then comes out. Because those people who have read it have put their views in such a beautiful way that made the book more joyous, soulful, graceful. short of words for all this. Thank you once again. And I would love to hear at least the synopsis of my beautiful, small little young girls who are listening to me. Jai Guruji.
जय गुरु जी, जय गुरु जी, गुरु जी, बहुत बहुत शुक्राना. Thank you so much, Kamlesh Aunty ji. It's like Neelam Aunty ji, thank you so very much for that graceful reading. I mean, the words and the lasting touch given by you for gratitude towards Guruji in your own words. I mean, हम सबके वो भाव उसके अंदर थे. इससे ज्यादा सुंदर जस्टिस और नहीं हो सकता था. कमलेश मेहता आंटी जी, हमेशा से हम सारी संगत आपका हर संडे को बस अभी से हम लोग वेट करते थे कि आपकी ब्लेसिंग्स हम सब तक मिले और हम सबको एक और स्टेप आगे बढ़ाने के लिए गुरुजी के लिए वो ब्लेसिंग्स, वो मोटिवेशन हम सबको मिले. आज आप आए, बहुत बहुत थैंक यू है आंटी आपका. एंड यस, it has been always a treasure for all of the distinguished readers who have been given this blissful seva by Guruji himself. I will just, with my full heart, I give my gratitude towards Guruji कि Guruji ने ये सेवा कैसे उस दिन सुरेश अंकल ने ग्रुप में डाला कि एक बुक की रीडिंग होनी है, so we all are interested, can please message me. और गुरुजी ने वो ग्रेस करी कि मैंने सुरेश अंकल को गुरुजी ने कहा कि उनको मैसेज करो एंड गुरुजी ब्लेस्ड विद दिस सेवा ऑफ, आई मीन, आई डोंट हैव वर्ड्स बट हार्टफेल्ट शुक्राना गुरुजी कि आपने इतना प्यारा एक सेवा का मौका दिया और इतने प्यारे वो चैप्टर्स पढ़ने के लिए दिया गुरुजी. आई कैन नेवर एवर फॉरगेट कि हर बार संगत जी का एक मैसेज आना कि कैसे करना है और गुरुजी कैसे उनको आगे वो बता देते थे. मुझे तो पता भी नहीं होता था कि क्या बोलना है क्या नहीं बोलना. इट वॉज ऑल एंड ऑल गुरुजी, बिकॉज इट्स हिज शो. He is a doer and he is always the master who takes us into his hands and makes us a puppet, and we are blessed to be his puppet. We don't want to be in any other hands. We just want to be in Guruji's hands. जैसे वो नचाएं हम वैसे नाचते चलें. उसी में ही हमारी खुशी और उसी में ही हमारा सारा खजाना. हर बार संगत को जो भी एक चैप्टर मिलता था रीडिंग के लिए, वो हर एक चैप्टर एक इतिहास बनाता चला गया. इट मेड अ मेमोरी in our lives and in the lives of the Sangat also. In present example, today as Neelam Aunty ji was given the seva to read, she herself said that she was going through certain things, and then the chapter which was given as a blessing for her to read was Guruji gives a new life to me. Geena Singh Aunty ji's last Sunday reading, when she was given the reading, she was going through some phases. Seema Malik Aunty ji, she was also going through some of the difficult phases in the life, and the chapters given to her by Guruji, which was scheduled for her so many months back, like in March, February it was done. Guruji, जैसे मैंने पहले भी बताया था कि गुरुजी ने रात को 2 बजे उठाया, और जैसे अभी हमने चैप्टर में पढ़ा कि whenever you think of Guruji, when you surrender, there is a tap on your shoulder that's get up, I am there. And similarly it happened कि Guruji was there and Guruji guided to read all the chapters, and जैसे वो एक खजाना निकालो तो दूसरा खजाना निकालो तो तीसरा खजाने की बरसात होती जा रही थी उस दिन. एक चैप्टर पढ़वाया, नहीं मन नहीं भरा, दूसरा चैप्टर, तीसरा चैप्टर, करते 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 in 2.5 hours, 4:30 sharp, all the chapters were read. All the chapters had a date mentioned simultaneously, not in the notebook. In the mobile itself, the reading was going on. In the mobile itself, he was guiding to make the notes on which date, which chapter will be read. Then afterwards, I mean, for this particular seva, रिक्वेस्टेड अंकल की अंकल मुझसे नहीं हो पाएगा, मुझे नहीं समझ आ रहा। एंड देन जब बागडोर गुरुजी के हाथ में सौंपी तो उन्होंने कैसे अपनी मैजिक वॉन्ड घुमा करके सब कुछ करवा दिया और सब संगत का नाम भी करवा दिया। कौन सी संगत में कौन सा चैप्टर पढ़ना है, जो चेंजेस होते थे, आई मीन इट वाज लाइक विजिबल। और मैं हर बार गुरुजी को देखती रह जाती थी, और जिस संगत की झोली में वो प्रसाद डलता था रीडिंग का, वो कहते रह जाते थे कि अरे अब ये तो सब कुछ चल रहा था, और आज गुरुजी ने देखो आंसर सत्संग के थ्रू ही दे दिया। मेरे अपने ही साथ में कितना गुरुजी ने वो सब कुछ करते हुए दिखाया, वो कितनी प्यारी उन्होंने वो सेवा दी। जब उन्होंने चैप्टर्स रीडिंग के लिए बोला, वही सब कुछ होता जा रहा था, और न जाने कैसे, मतलब डेलिबरेटली नहीं, वो सब कुछ शायद कोइंसिडेंस भी नहीं था, वो सब कुछ होता चला जा रहा था अपने आप फॉलिंग इन प्लेस। हु हैज टू रीड, हु हैज टू बी गिवन एन आंसर। संगत जुड़ती जा रही थी, कैसे होता जा रहा था हमें नहीं पता था, और हमें दिमाग लगाने की जरूरत भी नहीं थी। हर बार एक चैप्टर का एक अलग नरेशन, ऑल्दो सबके पास बुक्स नहीं है, सबके पास पीडीएफ भी नहीं है, बुक में वर्ड्स बहुत सिंपल थे, मगर पढ़ते हुए जो वो भाव आ जाते हैं ना सबके मन में, वो भाव की फ्लोइंग को कोई रोक ही नहीं सकता, बिकॉज इट हैज बीन सो डिवाइनली एक्सप्रेस्ड इन द बुक कि वो डिवाइन फ्लो आपके अंदर ना आए, ऐसा पॉसिबल ही नहीं है, ऐसा पॉसिबल ही नहीं है। अपने आप कैसे पेन चलने शुरू कर जाते हैं, आई डोंट नो। जैसे अभी आंटी जी ने इतनी प्यारी ब्लेसिंग्स दी कि लास्ट टू लास्ट संडे जब गुरुजी का वो चैप्टर चल रहा था रिक्शा वाला, आई डोंट नो फ्रॉम वेयर इट केम, yes it came from our guruji only, that he gave that vision that this light is only that light, and yes, with full authenticity and with full 100% confidence in that and trust in that and faith in that, yes, this divine light is of guruji only, which he was showing it. And that divinity, that light of divinity, we all are searching for, and we all have come to that level that गुरुजी हमें वो विजन दे देते हैं कि हमारा थॉट प्रोसेस कितना चेंज हो जाता है। उन्हीं पर्टिकुलर सिचुएशंस में हम पहले कैसे डील करते थे और आज हम कैसे डील करते हैं, वो सोजी कैसे चेंज हो जाती है। इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ दैट विजन ओनली, इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ दैट थॉट प्रोसेस ओनली। It is not mere reading sessions, mind it. These are not mere reading sessions. We are not reading just a book. We are not just reading the sentences. We are not just reading the words. We are reading those emotions. We are feeling those emotions. We are feeling that divinity in ourselves, that yes, that inner self is being empowered by Guruji. वो गुरुजी तो हैं जो हमें ये आंख दे पा रहे, नहीं तो आज कौन सा संडे ऐसा होता जब ये बुक रीडिंग के लिए कोई बैठता, कोई भी नहीं बैठता। आई एम श्योर मैं अगर अपना कहूं तो मैं ही नहीं बैठूंगी, बट यस ही मेक्स श्योर ना दैट ही वांट्स अस टू बी blessed with this divinity book, blessed with these full of blessings flowing in this session. No synopsis is required for anything, but yes, he makes us done because he wants us to flow in that वो सागर में हम डूबे, अच्छे से डूबे हम, और हम बिल्कुल साफ सुथरे होकर के नहा करके निकले। इसलिए तो वो चाहते हैं कि हम ये साइनॉप्सिस करें या नरेशन करें। कैसे वो कैसे सत्संग कर देती थी, उन्हें पता भी नहीं होता था कि उन्होंने क्या करना है। अगर मैं अपना बोलूं, आज तक इट हैज बीन रिकॉर्डेड दैट मैंने कभी भी वो चैप्टर पहले नहीं पढ़ा। इट वॉज ऑल दैट इमीडिएट गुरुजी पढ़वाते थे, वो क्या बुलवाते थे मुझे तो पता भी नहीं होता था कि हम बोलते क्या जा रहे हैं। देयर वाज नो नोट्स रिटन, नथिंग। वो कैसे कर देते हैं, वो कैसे अपनी छड़ी घुमा देते हैं और सब कुछ होता चले जाता है, और बाद में सोचते हैं अरे सेशन तो हो गया। दैट सेशन वॉज ऑफ डिविनिटी ओनली, दैट सेशन वॉज ऑफ हिज लव। वो टाइम जब गुरुजी के सामने कमलेश मेहता आंटी जी जैसी संगत बैठी हुई होती थी और गुरुजी की कृपा में फ्लो कर रहे होते थे सबके सब, वही कृपा तो आज हम सब हर संडे को महसूस करते हैं कि हम सब तब एम्पायर स्टेट में नहीं बैठ पाए, हम सब तब बड़े मंदिर में नहीं बैठ पाए, पर आज हमारे घर में हमारे गुरुजी का छोटा छोटा सा मंदिर, बड़ा बड़ा सा मंदिर, वो सब कुछ है। वो ज्योत उनकी चल रही है, वो सामने बैठ करके हमें इतने प्यारे सत्संग सुनवाते हैं और हम सबको भाव विभोर कर देते हैं। और कैसे हम सब वो मेडिटेशनल जर्नी पे चल पड़ते हैं। थैंक यू सो मच गुरुजी, बहुत बहुत शुक्राना है गुरुजी। Yes, I'm sure the next part would be there and it will be there, and soon we all will be reading it again with Guruji's blessings, and Kamlesh Mehta Aunty Ji will be having that blissful courage to pen down her expressions once again, and we all will be cherished to read it and to have that bhav in all of us. Thank you so much, Kamlesh Aunty Ji. Thank you so very much. We are all blessed. Now I would request the distinguished readers or the distinguished Sangat to please share their satsang or their experiences they have. Kamlesh Mehta Aunty Ji, I would firstly start with you if you want to pour in your blessings more in all of us.
Seema Kumar auntie is on the line.
Yes, I'll just unmute her.
Jai Guruji, Kamlesh Mehta auntie. Thank you for very much. Jai Guruji, Neelam auntie, सबको. And आज का जो chapter end कर रहा है gratitude के ऊपर, and Neelam Kharbanda auntie read so well with emotions and with gratitude. And auntie, आपने ये जो book का title है Flowers of Gratitude, it can't get better, you know. Gratitude, I'm forever now in gratitude to our Guruji Maharaj for holding us our hands. और आपने जो gratitude के ऊपर मुझे 2 gratitude के points इतने touch करे हैं. One is that it is Guruji who's thanking. Imagine your Guru is showing his gratitude for you. And another which you said was gratitude is the original voice of God. That touched me to the core. And अभी आंटी ने जो बोला मारे राखे एको आप मानस के कुछ नहीं हाथ, ये आज मैंने पहली दफा लाइनें सुनी और मैं उसको कंटिन्यूएशन में बोलती हूँ, इसी लाइनों की कंटिन्यूएशन में, जिसनु तू रखवाला मारे तिसे कौन, जिसनु तेरी नदर न लेखा पूछिए, जिस गुरु ने जिस सदगुरु ने हमारे लेखे मिटा दिए, what else we want. और आंटी, I have done little synopsis of the book, what I have learned in this journey with you from your book. But pehle, I just want to say a few lines on gratitude, what I have learned. देखिए, gratitude का what I have learned is being thankful is the beginning of gratitude. ये गुरुजी ने हमको सिखाया है. आज हम जी रहे हैं, सांस ले रहे हैं, हर सांस का शुक्राना है. इस कोविड में हम जी पा रहे हैं, इसका गुरुजी का शुक्राना है. And being in joy is the simplest form of gratitude for me now. कि अब देखिए, इतना गुरुजी ने हमारे अंदर सब संगत के बीच में लव, कंपैशन भर दिया है. और सबसे बड़ी जो ग्रेटिट्यूड मैंने सीखा है, होप, कि कितनी भी नेगेटिविटीज लाइफ में आती है, देयर इज होप बिकॉज गुरुजी इज होल्डिंग आवर हैंड. दिस इज व्हाट आई हैव लर्नड. वी आर ऑल गोइंग थ्रू आवर ओन mental crisis, some emotional crisis, but there is hope because Guruji is in our life. So उनका उसका शुक्राना है. उसके बाद जब when I look back in my life, I realize that this power was always there, and I always ask him, do I deserve this? कि जो आपने मुझे इतना दिया है, आप दिए जा रहे हैं और हमने लिया ही लिया है आपसे. This is my gratitude to him. Another thing I have understood, that when you're in gratitude, you're in riches. And when you're complaining, you're in poverty in spite of being rich. This is what I've understood with Guruji. And when you practice gratitude, you become optimistic, more energized, and more loved. Loved कैसे होता है? देखिए, एक छोटा सा एग्जाम्पल मैंने सीखा. गुरुजी ने एक बार, मैंने आप लोगों से ही सुना था कि कहते थे कि कोई भिखारी को आप नहीं देना चाहते हो तो हाथ जोड़ दीजिए. और मैं अब कभी भी अगर नहीं देती हूँ तो हाथ जोड़ती हैं. आप देखिए वो एक भिखारी के अंदर क्या फीलिंग आएगी कि देखो ये गाड़ी में बैठा बंदा, इसने मेरे हाथ जोड़े हैं, तो उसकी कुछ देर के लिए उसको वो खुशी मिलेगी इतनी गरीबी के बीच में भी. तो ये गुरुजी ग्रेटिट्यूड हमको सिखाते हैं. And the biggest gratitude in my life, what I've learned from Guruji is learning Guru Bani and having lighting the flame in us. उन्होंने जो हमारे भीतर की जोत जलाई है, हमारी सोल की जर्नी करी है. अब देखिए आप सब संगत हैं. I feel that we are all souls. We, गुरुजी सोल को सोल से मिला रहे हैं और हम कहाँ बैठे हैं, कोई कहाँ बैठा है. And he's elevating us. And when we connect with him, spiritually we find him inside us. और आंटी आपने ग्रेटिट्यूड की लाइन बोली थी, his blessings will automatically travel towards us. तो इसके ऊपर मैं बोलूँगी कि that he is always around us and blessing us silently, even when we were not aware of him. And blessings are sweet, that are one with prayers and one with thanks. उसका शुक्राना करना है और prayer से गुरु जी की blessings लेनी है. And when you focus on being blessed, even for a small thing, he makes sure that you're blessed in abundance. And he blesses everyone abundantly. Health देते हैं, पैसा देते हैं, उम्र बख्शते हैं. What else, we require in life? And auntie, 2-3 things I've learned from all the chapters. In your initial chapter, you talked of prayers. So I really found that very nice. You made me aware of a very beautiful meaning. It is like thinking positive, wishing well for others, love everyone, help the needy. Prayer is in silence, you said. Prayer is we will hear him, not he hearing us. So that was a very big statement for me. What I understood कि हमें अपने मन में अरदास करनी है और हमें गुरु जी को नहीं सुनाना, उनको उनको वो हमें हमारी फीलिंग्स को सुन रहे हैं. उसके बाद then you talked of forgiveness, which was also very good thing. I felt after understanding forgiveness, I felt that it is the biggest sacrifice, peace of mind it brings, and biggest virtue. और एक मैंने बड़ी सुंदर सी स्टेटमेंट कहीं पढ़ी थी. A little boy said, "It is a wonderful fruit that a tree gives when it is hurt by a stone." So what else, how Guruji teaches you to forgive people. And वो मेरा personal experience है. गुरुजी ने मेरे को इतना बड़ा सत्संग देके किसी ने मेरे साथ बहुत किया. गुरुजी ने मुझे forgiveness कराई, and he's taught me. That is his biggest teaching I've understood. Ego and forgiveness is these two are his main important teachings. Another thing, you talked of surrender, complete surrender, and I had read that chapter. So that was also, till now I had not understood the meaning of surrender. Now I understand कि हमारी अपनी कोई identity नहीं है. We have it's only him. Whatever he wishes, जो वो हमारे लिए सोचते हैं, हमको उसमें राजी रहना, उनके हुक्म में चलना है. And I'll say surrender to what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. So आंटी ये सीखा मैंने. उसके बाद आपने जो कर्मा का बोला, और वो भी मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा, that it is our past karmas which decides our journey, and it is Guruji who holds our hand and cuts our karmas. And whatever little we have to suffer, we have to do prayers, meditate, seva, simran, उनका नाम लेना है और वो हमको उससे भी पार लगाएंगे. So thank you very much, Auntie, for for writing this book and making us. हमने जो गुरुजी के बारे में जाना वो आप लोगों से जाना, और उन्हीं के आप लोगों के माध्यम से हमारी जर्नी बढ़ी गुरुजी के साथ. सो आपका शुक्राना. सबसे पहले आपका ग्रेटिट्यूड, इस प्लेटफॉर्म का ग्रेटिट्यूड और संगत का ग्रेटिट्यूड मेरी तरफ से. जय गुरुजी.
Jai Guruji. Seema Aunty, thank you so very much. Now would request Neelam Aunty, you kindly please unmute yourself.
Sure. Thank you, Neelam Aunty. Jai Guruji. Kamlesh Aunty, as you asked for the synopsis, I was thinking, and I hope I don't take too much of the time, I know we're going a little over. I recall about 6 years ago, I was new in Guruji's fold, and there was a 2-minute video clip that was shared somewhere on WhatsApp. And that was you sharing your experience of when you went to see Guruji for the first time. In that video clip, you shared what the thoughts that were going in your mind and how Guruji said to you, "Tu nahi mainu labya, main tenu labya," right? And you shared that candidly. That was my first introduction to you. And those words of Guruji that you shared, they just spoke to me. And I reflected on those words time and again. And I could feel Guruji, giving me the thought and knowledge that he is there, he is watching. And even though I did not meet him, he has called me too, just like he had called you. So the essence is I feel his love, and I feel that he is not just there, but nearer. I know him like closer with the words that I hear you say. And that with every satsang ever since then that I've heard on YouTube that you have shared, or as it has been related in this book, I feel what you might have felt when Guruji blessed you in different situations. I feel that love. And to me, that is the essence of the satsang in this book. And you talking about love and sharing that love, just makes me want to have that love also, where I could be so loving. And that's the legacy of our Guruji, is to cultivate that love and share that love with all that we can. So thanks again for this beautiful feeling that hasn't gotten old yet, and I pray it never does. Thank you so much. Jai Guruji.
Jai
जय
Guruji.
गुरु जय गुरु जी नीजा आंटी
Okay, thank you so much. Kamlesh Aunty ji, how can we thank you enough? When we play so many roles in our life, and for every role that we play, we have role models. So when we talk about our spiritual journey and our connection with Guruji, if I think of someone, I look up at you as my role model. I think you are an epitome of, how a Guru Bacha or a Guru Sangat ought to be. And, when you're beautiful from inside, you become very beautiful from outside. Nevertheless, I see, when I see how you present yourself, you do not take any appearance or any, any satsang sharing casually. I am sure you prepare a lot, and you come well prepared, not only in appearance, but also in what you're going to share with us. And that is how the book also has come with a lot of preparation. It looks like a simple, compilation of simple anecdotes in very simple language. But I'm sure there has been a lot of method and there has been a lot of effort that has gone into it. So I just want to say that we look up to you as a role model, the way you conduct yourself, not only the way you present yourself, but the way you speak, the way you talk about your experiences, the way you have written. And also while going through your experiences, when we see how, you have handled various situations in your own life, and how much courage you had to, once you found the purpose and you found the conviction that you had, uh, uh, you had been taken into the fold by a Param Guru, a Sampurn Guru, and that you did not even care, you took the risk and the difficulties going in overnight buses, in rickety old buses without even informing uncle. But because I'm sure in life you have never taken risk for anything wrong. Even at that time, you are on the right path. And that is how you took the risk. So when I look at you, I'm reminded of, an openness, sincerity, a lot of courage, a lot of internal happiness and bliss, and readiness to share with others. And this is what, I would like to grow into one day with Guruji's blessings. Thank you very much for the opportunity, the multilingual platform, and all the Sangat, and of course, Kamlesh Aunty with folded hands. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Neeta Aunty. Now I would request Sudeshna Aunty to please unmute yourself.
Jai Guruji,
Jai Guruji,
Sangat,
Sudeshna.
to the entire Sangat team, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity today. Because I was thinking also मन में कि थोड़ा conclusion में अगर कुछ add कर पाती value, अभी it's all up to him what he would like me to say again, because we are nothing. Uh, Talking about Kamlesh Auntie's book, it is all in all a divine book, just like we have other books like Light of Divinity and Narendra Uncle's book also. Along with that, we are into this journey today. It brings my heart at the rock bottom down that we will really be missing this opportunity for which we all keep on waiting every Sunday at 9 p.m. This is one of the bestest gift that Guruji had ever given to me, to the entire Sangat family. Because whenever in weekends, especially, our minds usually bogger everywhere that what we can plan for ourselves. But then again, once with this divine, um, not only about reading but about the entire involvement of the team, and Suresh uncle's pehel, I would say, that he has done to gather all of us together at one place. The day when when Suresh uncle had sent the message in the group asking for sevadars, that who would like to read, that day I distinctly remember that I was reluctantly sitting in a Domino's pizza house. I just saw it and I just texted him back, and he wanted to speak to me to check, and he said that he was speaking to each and everyone to check whether the communication level and all, and that made me even more nervous. So I just remember the entire journey, and through this I would even like to thank Guruji especially, because I really personally I really needed this kind of an opportunity, because uh, well, there is no shame in revealing that I am out of job since quite a few number of years. And as you can understand that once you are not professionally involved, then English में उतना बातें generally होता नहीं है. We usually speak in our native languages. So somewhere down the line, I was losing confidence on myself that whether I would be, professionally how sound I would be, whether मैं बात कर भी पाऊंगी या नहीं. तो ये सारी चीजें थी. So I distinctly remember on the first date when on the day of my first reading, I wrote down each and every word, including the punctuations, so that because I was feeling that I would not be able to place the right vocabs at the right place. So the journey began from there, and till today I'm really thankful to Kamlesh Aunty that she has again bestowed such a lovely divine blessing today by saying that she is praying to Guruji, that he is blessing all of us, and may he bless all of us. And believe me or not, I was just closing my eyes. I'm even sure that all of us were doing such. We were closing our eyes and imagining that Guruji is standing in front of us and he is pouring down all his blessing. Yes, it is absolutely true uh, that while we are being thankful, while we are saying thank you, while we are being gratitude, whether we term it as shukrana, we term it as thank you, or whatever the crux of the matter is being, grateful to whatever that you are getting. Because you do not know, we do not know that whatever good that we have got today and all through, whether we ever even deserved that or not. Maybe it is only by the grace of Guruji that we got whatever good or bad that we got. Maybe we did not even deserve that. We are nothing. We are only, piece of blunders that we have come to this earth again uh, to, rectify us, to take care of us. A divine power like Guruji has to come down. I take it like that because I cannot even imagine myself, have been doing penance ever in any of my lives. Forget about this life. So I absolutely feel that I am at least a piece of blunder for which Guruji has to come down. So mm, words cannot be enough. Words cannot be enough. I am definitely looking forward for more such divine sessions, which keeps us hooked and emotional, not only physically busy into it, but emotionally connected and hooked onto it. When we do not have to look forward for what we need to do at the weekend, that is one more important thing, especially for youngsters. So I am absolutely grateful. I'm even thankful to Nilima auntie because whenever I was feeling sticky, I used to send her WhatsApp saying, I cannot do. And she would always go on saying, oh, you can do, you can do. So that is one of the best things. Yeah.
I am just recalling those days only when we all used to, have a chat before the satsang session, how we are going to do, how we are going to do, and we all were like sailing in the same boat. And I was just giving this answer: Guruji is there, don't worry, please do not worry. He is always there to guide all of us, and he has been always guiding all of us. वो अपने बच्चों को कभी अकेला छोड़ ही नहीं सकते हैं. So it's
Absolutely,
like,
absolutely.
thank you
Absolutely.
so
But
very much, Sudeshna aunty. Yeah.
no, I'm nobody. I'm more thankful to all of you. All of you are much more senior and much more well versed with everything, with knowledge,
We
with divinity, with spirituality, everything.
we all are thankful to Guruji, only to Guruji and only to Guruji. We all are sailing in the same boat. It's just that how he is guiding us that matters. Thank you so very much,
Exactly.
Sudeshna aunty ji.
Thank you so much. I'm more thankful to Kamlesh Aunty, to the entire Parivar, and Kamlesh Aunty. We have one request from all of us, from all of our end. We would request you to please do visit us on regular basis. Though this book reading has come to a conclusion, at least for this session, but we would really love to listen to all other satsangs that you, I'm sure, are there in your big jholi, which you need to reveal more. We need to understand Guruji more. We need to imagine Guruji more in front of us and get that divine feeling. So the more we talk of Guruji, the more we feel thankful. Words are less. We cannot express much. So thank you so much, everybody. Shukrana.
Thank you so much, Sudeshna aunty ji. Now I would like to unmute Geena Singh aunty ji. Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji Maharaj, Jai Guruji Sangat ji, Kamlesh Aunty, it was really beautiful listening to you today. And I'd like to just add that your book is your conviction, endless love, and devotion towards the Almighty. While going through all these sessions, we have come so close to Guru Sahib, and also because it has been your words and the interpretation of all the readers has given us a new insight with each reading that happened. It was a beautiful experience every Sunday that we went through. And while reading and interpreting and sharing our beliefs, it was like merging, your experiences, your journey, and it became so beautiful for us to reflect and connect with Guruji. I'd like to say thank you, Guruji, for making us a part of this journey of yours so that we could go through those beautiful moments that you've penned down. They were just mesmerizing. They were so, so engrossing that every Sunday was like one Sangat had already said that it's like tonic for us. It was like going through the same experience, imagining that you were sitting with Guruji and those moments were felt by us. there was that beautiful connect is not going to be forgotten for a long, long time. It was mesmerizing, it was encouraging, it was enlightening, it was inspiring, and it's going to be with us for a long, long time. I was asked to read a chapter where I felt that it really made me connect with what you had written. When we read something, we try to reflect as to how it is connected to our lives. And it was a beautiful experience, Auntie. Thank you so much for, giving us that beautiful book. I have the book with me now, and I have, the day I got it, I did not put it down till I had finished it. So it is a beautiful we are thankful to you for sharing those lovely moments with us. And we look forward to having you with us more and more, and like to hear you more and more. So thank you so much, Auntie. Thanks a ton for giving us those beautiful anecdotes and good virtues that Guru Sahib wanted us to imbibe. We look forward to having you more with us. With that, I'd like to say thank you, Auntie. Shukrana, Guruji. Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji, thank you so much, Tina Singh Aunty. Now would like to unmute Anju Mata Aunty. You can unmute, please.
Yeah, Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji Aunty.
Thank you so much for having me. I have attended sessions on the book which Auntie has written, and I also got an opportunity to speak up a few pages. And it was such a beautiful experience. And moreover, Auntie was also there with us. So it was a, Sone Pe Suhaga kind of experience that you're reading the book and the author is also there. The author definitely is Auntie, but it was through Guruji. So I had a great experience. Overall, I actually admire Auntie's positivity, aura, the way she passes the message through her eyes, through her body language, and the way she speaks about Guruji. It gives you so much immense pleasure and connectivity. So I am so honored that I'm connected with Auntie Ji, and we have a very special bond. And thank you, Auntie, for writing this book. I also have a hard copy paper print also with me. Auntie brought that book in our colony satsang, which we had organized. It was great to see Auntie coming over and giving the books to people, and people were such a hungry souls asking for more and more. So it's because of Guruji and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful soul Auntie is, and we are so honored to know you, meet you, and we all love you. Thank you so much, Auntie, for book, and thanks Neelam Auntie for inviting me. Today I was not there because of some other priorities I had, but thank you so much, Neelam Auntie, for pinging me and asking me to join. Such a beautiful thing. Thank you.
It's great, Aunty. Thank you so very much, Shukrana Guruji Maharaj. Neelam Aunty, you can unmute yourself, please.
Sure. Jai Guruji. So many of us have shared our thoughts, and I think there's one common thread amongst it of how grateful we are to have had this blessing in the form of the book, and had Kamlesh Aunty with us as we were reading this book. I think typically there would be sessions where we listen to satsangs, and those are beautiful because we are in listen in and imbibe mode. And this one different, chance to share our thoughts and how we feel blessed with those readings with you, Kamlesh Aunty. And I think this may have been one of those rare times when someone like me, who is not in India, doesn't get to meet or know much of the Sangat that Guruji, met. I got a chance to interact and hear and speak with you and feel the energy directly. It's beautiful. And I think everyone has said probably the same thing in their own words, but the essence is of how blessed we feel, how grateful we feel while we are here in this session. And the thought carries on beyond the session. And we pray that it lingers through the day, the next, and beyond. So we can be the Sangat that Guruji wants us to be. So thank you again. Thank you so much. And Shukrana to Guruji.
Kamlesh Mehta Aunty ji would request you to please unmute. Kamlesh Aunty ji, please unmute yourself. I think there is some error over there. Kamlesh Aunty ji is there. Yeah. Jai Guruji Aunty. Jai Guruji Kamlesh Aunty ji.
Jai Guruji, Jai Guruji. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to each and everyone for making this book a special honor to me. I thank once again to Suresh Uncle also. It was because of him all this has happened. The book was there, but to come on the air and on the Zoom and multilingual platform, and I always thanks to him, bless him with good health, and that's all we need. I bless each and every Sangat, good health. Guruji ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸਨ ਕਿ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲੋਂ health ਮੰਗੋ, health है तो सब कुछ है. अगर health नहीं तो you wouldn't want to enjoy anything. इस वास्ते गुरुजी कोलों सिर्फ health मंगो, बाकी चीज़ां अपने आप तुरदियां आनगियां. अगर if you're staying such a big bungalow and you don't have health to enjoy that, so have a blessings. Always ask Guruji for good health. But Mercedes car padi and you're in the bed. What is the use of that car when you can't enjoy that car? So always ask blessings from Guruji. Guruji ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸਨ सेहत ਮੰਗਿਆ ਕਰੋ, ਬਾਕੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਤੇ ਆਪੇ ਤੁਰਦੀਆਂ ਆਣਗੀਆਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ. And that's how Sangat ji have belief in the Satguru, and you will get everything in life. Everything in life. I'll share a satsang. My uncle had passed away. I thought the world was coming to an end. But nay. My daughter-in-law said, "Baar niklo, baar jao." Where do you want to go? I said, Bade Mandir. When I went to Bade Mandir, my eyes were weeping and weeping. I was not crying, but sawan ki jhadi lagi hui thi. And it was not even a month this thing happened. When I was going, I saw a board, OLX, and I was talking to myself. I ਇੱਥੇ ਤੇ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਵਿਕਦੀਆਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਤੇ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਵਿਕਦੀਆਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਵਿਕਦੀਆਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ I'm just talking to myself and answering myself. ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਤੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੀ ਵੇਚੇਂਗੇ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਗਮ ਵੇਚਾਂ ਖਰੀਦੋਗੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਦੇ ਤੂੰ ਵੇਚੇਂਗੀ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਤੂੰ ਦਾਮ ਲਗਾ ਮੈਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਡਬਲ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੀ and this is how I was talking to Guruji and I reached Bade Mandir. There I went in. I had samosa prasad, chai prasad. And when I came out of the mandir and sat in my car, I was a different person. I was completely different. All those days I was wearing shabby clothes and this and that. कि लोग की कहणगे ये क्या जे कपड़े पांदी पई है पुस्से पाने चाहिए because my husband had died. But then when I came home, my daughter-in-law said, this is the last time you're wearing this color. For me, red, blue, green makes no difference. All colors are given by God. Make life beautiful with all the colors in life. So that was how I changed. Guruji made me change and forget what it was. Sangat ji, मैं तो भूल भी गई हूँ कि मेरे एक अंकल थे. Because after that I just dedicated my life to Guruji Maharaj. I never thought anything beyond that. कोई सोच ही नहीं है beyond that. तैयार होना है गुरुजी वास्ते, कपड़े पाने हैं गुरुजी वास्ते, सजना है गुरुजी वास्ते, सत्संग ते जाना है गुरुजी वास्ते. And one day my daughter-in-law said, माँ आप सुबह से मिसिंग थे, कहाँ गए थे आप? सुबह से मिसिंग हो, पूरा दिन you were missing. I said yes. एक अराना में सत्संग था, मैं वहां गई थी. कहती उसके बाद मैंने कहा फिर M3M मलिंग अंजू माता का सत्संग था, मैं वहां गई थी. Direct from there I went to that satsang and I came back home late. And I had met her the next day and then she asked me this question. So Sangat ji, मैं ये नहीं कहती हूँ कि घर के सारे काम छोड़ के चले जाओ या कुछ करो, बस just be with Guruji and he will teach you how to surrender. You don't have to surrender yourself. He will teach you how to surrender it to him because his grace, his blessings will be with, we don't ask. He is the one who does everything for us. बागडोर जिसके हाथ पे संभाल दो, like a toy breaks, the child will take it and give it to the father. Then he stands there, the father is repairing it because he has full on the Father that He will repair my toy. जब वो देखता है कि नहीं हो रहा है, थोड़ा gets engrossed with some other thing, and that is the same with us. Have faith. He will repair your toy and give it to you. Damage ज़्यादा है तो ज़्यादा time लगेगा. Damage कम है तो कम time लगेगा. So that's how you just don't think of anything. He will teach you everything with His grace. Because we are not to think beyond Him. We only have to think up to Him. Our thoughts should go to Him, and He will think beyond for us. He will do things beyond for us. He will take you to the infinity. He'll take you to the horizon and make you see where the two ends meet, the sky and the land. So just think your thought should be Guruji only, and just leave it there. Baki, it is His work. How He does it, when He does it, when He gives you, because after that, I have never asked Him anything and nothing else. अपने आप झोली में चीजें डलती जाएंगी, डलती जाएंगी, डलती जाएंगी. You will not even know.
Kamlesh Aunty ji, you have been muted. We cannot hear you, please.
आपको पता भी नहीं चलेगा कि गुरुजी ने आपकी झोली इतनी भर दी कि संभले भी नहीं समझ. So have faith. Faith भी नहीं, just be with Him. अगर नहीं कुछ है, when you're just sitting in your room and imagine Guruji sitting with Him and you talk your heart to Him. I do that. I talk my heart to Him. आज दिन चढ़ morning से evening night तक I talk to Him. I just tell Him what I did, because every thought which you have thought is written in His book, and He reads those thoughts of yours, and with that He blesses you. So every minute, every second, just have control on your thoughts, and then your list will be completed. So I end with this to end. Love the Sangat which Guruji has given you. because our faith is like water. पानी गिरता है. What is the fate of the water? When it falls in the sea, it goes back to the sky. When it falls in the gutter, it becomes useless. That's the fate of the water, where it fell. Then a drop falls on the lotus leaf, it glitters. And when a drop falls on an oyster, it becomes a moti, a pearl. And that is what we all are. When you peel the pearl, layers and layers will come up. What are those layers? जब हम गुरु जी के सच्चे भक्त बन गए हैं, we are the pearls of Guruji, and we have the coating of जो हमने ego छोड़ी, गुस्सा छोड़ा, चुगली छोड़ी, and we joined with Guruji, good thoughts, all those thoughts, those blessings, those ego, everything which we have left, and Guruji has made us perfect. They are the layers on the pearls. They are because we are the pearls of Guruji, and they are our layers because he had made us fit the way he wanted us. He has made us with all that. And we are all, the Sangat is the pearls of Guruji. Guruji to dhaga hai, and we are all the pearls who are so closely knit to each other and will always be. Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji Aunty, thank you so very much for the beautiful blessings on all of us. मन ही नहीं कर रहा है कि ये सेशन एंड हो और हम सबकी भूख, आंटी जी आपने सुन लिया, हम सबकी भूख बहुत बढ़ गई है कि हम सब वेट कर रहे हैं ईगरली कि ये इसका सेकंड पार्ट कब आएगा. And on a personal request, I would request you to please give us that blessing of hardbound copy of the book, the divine book. We would love to have it in our, the mandirs, because this is something which has given all of us a beautiful meaning to our lives. It has added to those feathers which are only and only for Guruji. Thank you so much, Sangat ji, for joining in. गुरुजी से यही प्रार्थना कि हम सबको वो अपने चरणों के साथ जोड़े रखें, सबका मंगल हो. आप सबका बहुत बहुत शुक्राना है संगत जी जुड़ने के लिए. और आज एक फिर से मेमोरेबल सेशन हम सब ने देखा और गुरुजी के सानिध्य में हम एक बारी फिर और ज्यादा जुड़ गए. बहुत बहुत शुक्राना गुरुजी. लास्ट में सिर्फ यही अरदास गुरुजी, तेरे चरणाच मेरी अरदास ताता कि हर पल बनता रहे मेरा विश्वास ताता. तेरे चरणाच मेरी अरदास ताता. सबका मंगल करना गुरुजी, सबको सन्मति देना और हम सबके साथ अंग संग हमेशा रहना गुरुजी. जो भी भूल चूक हो गई हो संगत जी, गुरुजी माफ करना. Thank you so much for gracing all of us, Guruji. Thank you so much, Kamlesh Aunty ji, for being there with all of us and blessing all of us. Thank you so much, Sangat ji. You can take Agya, please. You all can unmute.
Jai Guruji.
जय गुरुजी, शुक्राना गुरुजी, आज्ञा गुरुजी, शुक्राना गुरुजी,
शुक्राना गुरुजी, मेहर गुरुजी.
जय गुरुजी.